Hey, I want to let you guys know that it's more details coming from the sources in New Orleans and also Baton Rouge, who is letting us know about the two guys that they're looking for in the whole Jada Youngin thing and the third getaway driver. And so basically, I want to give a shout out to anybody who from New Orleans, Baton Rouge area, anywhere Louisiana. Go ahead and like this video. Hey, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to this channel and comment down below. Let me know where you're from and if you supporting Jada Youngin and if you want to see all these rappers stop having something happen to them. And so basically, the 2, 3 guys that had got away from the Jada Youngin situation, they actually had been circling the block and the whole houses for like 2 to 3 hours before this whole thing broke out, and that's the reason why Jada Young and Dad told him and his son to come out on the porch anyways, because they already seen people acting weird in the neighborhood, and they got young people inside, they got a family inside there, so they want to make sure that they want to be the first in line in case anybody happens. They're gonna be basically the first line of defense, man. And so another thing is that they spotted one of the cars. It's a white pickup truck, a white truck. It's like a SUV type of truck. So basically that's the car that was in front that like pulled to the front of the house to distract them, because the real guys that came from the back alley were the ones who had the scraps and did all the shooting and everything like that. Basically, it was another car too. It was a black car that was seen driving through the back alley, and they had stopped like right to the point where you could still see the side of Jada Youngin's house. And then they kept going forward, and then they came back again, but this time they reversed through, and they thought that was weird. So that was one thing that a witness said was something to keep an eye on, keep tabs on. And then the car that the hitters came in, it was some type of Nissan. It looked like it was gray, and basically you could tell that was them because a neighbor said that they had seen the guys where they had stuck their whole body out the window of the car, and that way they could jump out, just kind of like how one of them NASCAR drivers, they jump in the car through the window. Anybody that knows anything about driving and all that kind of stuff, they know that, anybody that's about to ride or do a hit or a drill, they'll be already ready with the shooters sticking basically they whole body out the window with their arms on top of the car and like leaning on the car, sitting on the window frame basically with the windows all the way rolled down, and they basically like sitting on the door, and they had the scraps ready and out. And once they got the green light from the guy in the white truck, he was supposed to put his reverse light on. He pulled over, acted like he was taking a phone call, and it made it seem like he was just a passerby, But then once he put his car into reverse, the reverse lights went on, and it's that white light from the reverse light, that white bright light that came on, that gave the signal to the guys from the back alley that they need to run up and jump onto that porch. And so when they did that, they went on the left side of the house, the side of the house that has direct access to the alley. And what they did was they ran up. It was no hesitation. It was no tiptoeing. They wasn't trying to keep this a secret or nothing. They knew exactly what they was about to do. They ran up on the side of the house, and they turned the corner to the right and immediately started firing. And Jada Youngin was literally right there. His dad was behind him, and that's why Jada Youngin was the one who got hit up, and his dad didn't get hit up. His dad literally was standing in the perfect place to where he still had time to get his strap out, and he busted back at them, but he actually hit one of the guys in the ankle, because like 45 minutes after this whole scene went on the west side of town, somebody got dropped off unidentified with an ankle injury wound, gunshot wound. And when they traced back the round that came in, the threads matched Jada Young and Dad's hand, like the strap he had in his hand. And so that's how we knew that he was one of the guys that got caught up. And so immediately when that happened, the boys went right to the hospital and intervened and tried to confront him right there and say, hey, you one of the people that was there, who were you with, and da da da, how did you end up getting hit in the ankle like this, where were you? And basically his alibi was all over the place, and they could tell that he was trying to get out the jam. He didn't know what to say because he made an agreement with the other two guys that if they was going to take the money and do this hit, that they can't tell on each other. But all that plan goes down the drain when you get hit up in the ankle, and now you got the feds at your hospital bed telling you you're about to do 25 to life if you don't tell them who you were with and what y'all were doing and why you guys hit up Jada Youngin. They already know it was him because the Ring doorbell camera from across the street got his shoes in it. The same type of shoes that he was wearing is the same shoes he had when he got checked into the hospital. That's the same shoe that had a hole in it from the ankle injury and from him getting shot in the ankle. And when they go back and replay that Ring doorbell footage from the neighbor, you could see the stitching from the shoes of the dude getting hit in the ankle. The stitching goes flying off and rips into pieces, and the shrapnel makes it like basically tear the shoe, and you could see it getting ripped and him getting hit in the ankle, and that's how they were able to figure out that that was the guy that was actually there. And Jada Youngin dad, he's justified in that because he was protecting him and his son at their house and everything like that. They were literally on their front porch. So the other two guys, they're the getaway drivers, and they were the other hitmen. Like basically, they're at large, and the guy that got hit in the leg, he's gonna actually end up telling on him because he does not want to do 25 to life, and he didn't plan on end up getting caught. They didn't think they was gonna be able to get caught because they thought that it was a small neighborhood where nobody was gonna be outside like that, and so it was less chance of people seeing them. But they forgot that people still had cameras and Ring doorbell, and everybody got access, and so that ultimately was what got them kind of leading to get caught up. Not only that, but the fact that their cars were already seen in multiple interviews with the neighbors, and saying that they already seen those cars riding around the neighborhood, and that's why they put their kids inside. They already went and got their mail and everything, and they stayed inside the house for the rest of the day because they kept seeing too many cars driving around, not getting out, not talking to no neighbors. They didn't look like they lived there, and it was people that must have been from the inner side of New Orleans or Baton Rouge. And everybody knows that NBA YoungBoy people from Baton Rouge were already riding in town, and they were going on Instagram talking about how they're trying to catch Jada Youngin in traffic in the city because he got the leg monitor, trying to tell him to come outside. And once they found out where he was serving his leg monitor time at, that's when they started staking out the crib and driving around and hitting that back alley. When they actually real life went up to that house and seen it first time in person, that's when they learned and found out about the back alley. And so they learned the alley system in the back and figured out that you could get from the alley to the interstate in like 5 minutes. And so that's when they put together the plan and did the hit and got the getaway driver in place. And then once they did the drill, they ran back into the getaway car, the Nissan, and they drove away all the way through the alley into the side street that goes right to the access road of the interstate. And that's when they drove back to Baton Rouge. And when they drove back to Baton Rouge, they put the car in the chop shop and basically made it so it's disappeared. And now they just got to go. They're on the run now, and they're going to be looked for. But they about to release the pictures of the screenshots from the Ring doorbell camera from the neighbor's footage. And so that's basically going to be something that everybody's going to see on the news, and they're going to have to keep staying on the run. So I'm going to drop that information and that picture in my next video once the news release it. And basically, I'm going to catch you on the next one. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video, and comment down below if you're rocking with Jada Youngin, or if you're just a fan in general and you just want to put an end to all of this crazy stuff, man.